Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with Overwatch. And today we're going to be doing ranked games. And there's been some new updates. I say updates. There's been some new stuff added. First of all, there was the victory for Overwatch, which is basically Overwatch saying, thanks for joining the Conquest event. Here's Overwatch event. Hero Overwatch event. I think that's a comma. Hero dot Overwatch was called out and we answered. This battle has been won, but we will need to prepare for Talon's next move. So basically they're saying, we've stopped Talons for now. We've not permanently put them down, but we need to be prepared for what they're coming next. Add Maximilian Volts back up. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about that skin.
This is my most exclusive.
Widows is kind of cool.
Have a look. I thought that might
Yeah, I'm not that fussed about Love Struck Kanzo.
intriguing.
Or Epic. Or Gold for Soldier.
Immaculate taste, my friend.
I mean, it's not the worst skin for Kiriko. I think if I was to get one, it would be this skin for Widow. But again, I kind of like the skin I got for Widow in a minute. And to start off, we have 9 loot boxes. 1 Epic. And guys, when I say these are basically, I want to say Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays. First of all, we'll open the one loot box and get the 1 legendary. Kind of, I like the mask, I don't like the rest of the outfit. And then we'll open all the others and not get a legendary. No, that's not what I want. So, these skins are in the shop, and I've not got one yet. But the one I do plan to get this week, hopefully, is Kiriko's. I overall do like the 2B design. I think it looks really cool, and from what I can tell, it's accurate. I don't know how well, because again, I don't know nothing about the crossover in the case. But again, annoying thing is, Vendetta skin there looks cool. Looks cool as anything. That to me looks like more like Widow or any up over a few other DPSs. Does not look like Vendetta. But then, right then, you know, if it looked more, if it did look more like that, I would. But I don't know, I just don't like it. And the other skins is this skin for okay, so they're taking a portion of sales from, I don't know whether it's just the Mega Bundle. I think it's just the Mega Bundle, because I'm only seeing Mega Bundle, to basically chuck into for the cash prize for the Championship, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's actually a pretty decent thing of them. Williams, I don't actually mind. Reinhardt's kind of looks cool, but again, couldn't give a shit about any of them. But going over heroes that I do think would make a bit lit. Weapon-wise, wouldn't. But I do potentially think would probably suit a bit more. And run. She's a cool hero, guys. Ash. Freya. Like, I'm saying would suit a bit more figure-wise, like, because Vendetta is nothing wrong with Vendetta. I just think it's the way it looks. Because for some reason, it looks like, it makes it look more bulky than she really is. Because if you go to a base Overwatch design, yeah, she still kind of does. Or even her new Empire skin. I mean, say that her new Empire skin makes her look a bit more skinny than she actually is. Which I think they've gone based off her Overwatch 1 design. But again, guys, purely going off what that looks like. That looks like a skinnier woman. Again, not shaming or anything. Widow. Tracer. No, the main one. Kiriko, but I don't think, Kiriko already got one. Juno. Mercy. Which I think would have made a lot more sense. Staff. I get why they went Vendetta, she's the only one with a sword. Genji probably would have also worked, but... Guys, if you didn't... Guys, in between, first of all, in between this last week and this week, I've done... I don't know if I've showed my damage, I don't know if I showed support, but 75% in Silver 4, 7% in Silver 4 for damage, and I only need 4 more games done in my tank. They'll be done by next week. And the progress that I didn't want to show, 1%. I've not touched it since last week. I did manage to basically, at the end of last stream, somewhat clarify. Ah, so there isn't. And hold on. So we're currently on week 6. I think I've already done one of my chat. Yep, that makes sense. That was on track too. So, not got nothing for week 6. I think we'll probably get, say, something week 7 or 8. Like, we'll probably will get saving last 2 before the end of the season. Which will mean either next week, and if we don't get one next week, I think we'll get one the next 2 weeks. But I think what's more likely to happen, week 7, week 9. And just do 6 and 8 as a break. Which does mean, if they go like that, it's a couple weeks where I've not had open. Now, could I react to the motion comic? Yes. But I've not reacted to any other motion comic. I've also not read them. And I personally would want to read them. But as the season's got 3 weeks left, it's been an interesting season. I'm expecting the season to sort of end in a way of Vendetta being not stopped, depending on what they lead into next season, but subdued. I'm expecting Doomfist to come back at some point. I don't know if there will be a case of story-wise. He will be back within the next 3 weeks. I have no idea. I have no idea whether the Conquest storyline will go into things. But considering there is a chapter coming soon, these are going to end within this. Presumably, Conquest is going to be ended by this season, which makes sense. Now, time to jump into comp. What's guys, if you're new around here, please like, comment, subscribe. Lijiang Tower. Also guys, do want to mention now, I've not mentioned it in any other videos, which is why it's going to seem slightly weird. Mainly because I had forgot. But Invincible Season 4 is out tomorrow. It's Lijiang Tower, so Jetpack Cat I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with Mei. Or Zarya. Now, I'm trying not to do the typical stance of these three are annoying. I am trying to go based on maps. But like Jetpack Cat can grab and drop off a map. Zarya can group all up and it's gonna be okay, I'm gonna be ranting again. No, okay, so no, there's a platinum person on our team. I say platinum, it might be diamond. No, I think it's platinum. I'll go Kiriko, so we do actually have a support.
I'll find my own path. I wouldn't mind stealing a spaceship. What's up? You hear what they make satellites out of these days?
Plus, guys, I basically haven't taken myself as a flexible player, meaning whatever role I need feeling I can play.
Well, maybe I gained a little too.
Like, I make sure the fact that I can play a support, I make sure I can play like 2 or 3 DPS and support. Like Mercy, Kiriko. I mean, Mizu's one of the simple ones, but I know how to play most of the supports. Diva, Reinhardt, Sigma. Reaper, Aaron. Bastion. Freya. Again, know how to play most of them. Like, I make sure I know how to play at least 1 or 2 characters in each thing. Which, personally, I reckon everyone should at least know the bare minimum of have 2 characters per thing, because if, for instance, you don't have a support on your team and you're in open, you're fine. But if you're playing role queue, you're gonna need to. Plus, it never hurts to basically have a 2 DPS, 2 tank, 2 support in your back pocket, like knowing how to play a couple. Because, for instance, say if Zarya was like, you made support, you made a tank, but Zarya gets banned a lot in comp, and but say Malgus, you back up,
My gift to you.
you covered that way. No, first thing I'd recommend knowing the basics of most heroes. Thought I had more healing than I do, but no. But like knowing how to play at least a couple, I would recommend two plus. Just because depending on who you're playing, like
Get back to it.
Zarya, Sombra, Jetpack Cat get banned a decent bit. But Jetpack Cat's just annoying to deal with, not many people want to. Now, am I doing the same thing when it comes to Jetpack Cat? That, even though there is a simple way to counter him, that most people do when it comes to Sombra? No. I generally do think Jetpack Cat is a threat compared to Sombra. He can pick you up, take you, and drop you off the map at will. Worst Sombra's gonna do is come up behind you, hack you for 30 seconds, and potentially kill you. That's a potential. Depending on who you are, you might A, be able to get away from it, or B, deal with it yourself. Or, if you can't, just run to your tank. The way it typically goes is a case of the tank's the big brother in this situation. If someone runs after you and you're like Mercy and you just run up to like a bully Winston, it's like, yeah, I know you're not bullying my tank. When the hell did they get up to 99%?
We need to defend the point. Time to try again.
I've got you in my sights.
I'm here.
No, not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Well, we've had better starts. But yeah, so guys, Invincible Season 4 is out tomorrow. And yes, it does mean the exact same thing that happened when it came to My Hero Season 8. I also want to say My Hero Season 7, but no. Yeah, no. I wasn't doing content at the time, so I wasn't like, oh my god.
So let's give it
But yeah,
time.
so 100%. But in my defense, Seasons 1 and 3 were great, Season 2 was still good. See, for me, Season 2 has, like, because basically, guys, I have my own choice. When I started watching Invincible, only season 1 was out. And I overwatched it. 8 episodes, very short, really into it, wanted to see more of it. I overwatched that. Which meant when season 2 came out, and still to this day, I'm still like, do I really need to rewatch season 1? Like, I remember most of it if I'm rewatching it. Now, I will, for the most part, basically rewatch it and then just skip through parts that are like, yep, yeah, I know exactly what's happening. This is the part where, you know, Omni-Man just, you know, full on goes and tells Mag he's supposed to be longer to Viltrum and all that lot. And, you know, this part where, you know, he admits to killing all that, like, unless it's interesting, or I'm like, oh, this is, but like, if it's just a typical case of seen it, done it, I would forward past it. But because of Overwatch Season 1, I kind of went from, with Season 2, I was thinking, like, oh my god, this is such a great season, this is better than Season 1. And almost everyone that I heard was like, nah, Season 1 was better. Like, don't get me wrong, Season 2 is still pretty cool, but no, Season 1 was definitely better. And over time, Season 3 is probably my favourite. And then it'll probably be Season 1 to Season 2. But the reason Season 3 is my favourite is because, guys, something that never bugged me was I was constantly in the Flash going, we are the Flash. That never really bugged me. Just because I quite frankly didn't care. Plus, I think half the time I tuned it out. And but something that then did bug me with Invincible Season 1 and 2 with Mark, Day and Amber. Now, guys, this isn't the case of because of colour or nothing, because in the comics, she's white. Which I don't think is the worst change in the world. But I'd be saying it either way, is her constant case of, why do you have to leave? Even after she finds out he's a hero. And it's more annoying when she finds out after he's a hero, because before that it's like, okay, fair enough, she just thinks her boyfriend's running off to who knows what.
I've got you in my sights.
She could be thinking anything. But after she finds out he's a hero...
Well, that wasn't called for.
She's a lot more... Like, it's like, no, I get that you've got to disappear, but I wouldn't, like, I don't really want you to. Without saying it, but she is a lot more... And she is a lot more of a better character after. Especially considering the fact of, within Season 2, there is a guy that she is seen talking to where she's still dating Invincible. She is full on like, yeah, like everything that's due to science, like saying is interesting. Now I could have just been reading things wrong. But considering in Season 3, those two end up dating, I refused to believe in Season 2 when the fact that she was just pissed off at Mark, which I cannot remember why. Or it might be Season 1. I think it was Season 1. I can't really remember now. When she was pissed off at Mark, she's willingly just, I don't say flirting because I don't think it was, but being too friendly. But then you've got him and Eve, and they are generally cool. They're generally like, yes, there was a time where he is gonna have to, that he does disappear from in the comics, and I don't know how they're gonna have her react. I'd be down with her with, you know, because Omni-Man and Alan basically turn around and say, Mark, you've got to come with us, we need to stop the Invincible War. Not the Invincible, the Viltrumite War. I'd love if they changed because apparently the Season 4 is not completely accurate to, I don't know how accurate it is to the comics. Apparently they're in a different way. I'd be more than happy with them turning around and being like, Mark, you come with us, and him being like, if he's not welcome, I'm not going. Although one complaint I do have with it, with Invincible, what is dating Eve, she gets her ass kicked by an evil variant of Ma, which would be traumatizing. Just to think the fact that the person you were dating is now just kicked your ass.
I'm way cooler than you.
Like, granted, not him. She can't really blame him. Still a variant of him. Although it potentially might have been thingy. Because she goes through 2 points. There's 2 points where she ends up in the hospital. I can't remember whether... No. It was after the Invincible War. Because Conquest then shows up. But during all that, Cecil turns up to him and it's like... Mark, other people could still need you. You know, your brother's still out there. So is your mother. He's like, nope, not leaving East Side. Now, when I first saw this, I didn't even look. It didn't dim out an eyelid. I just something I didn't notice. It's like, yeah, the Yankee wants this. He didn't want to leave it. It's fair. But now that I've seen a very specific clip, and it's a clip from Ben 10. There's a few clips they can take from this. So you've just got Mark being like, no, I'm not leaving her. You know, she's injured. I'm not going to save the world. You've then got Ben, and the thing I'm going to mention is his best friend. In UEF, he became best friends with Kevin, who was his childhood nemesis. Well, one of them. In Ultimate Alien, the second adaptation, the third one in the series, he's out of control and basically a monster. Ben's just turn around and say, he's out of control, I need to put him down. Permanently. Ben was on about murdering this son of a bitch. And he was his friend. Now granted, we also saw in the same series what Ben was willing to do to someone that wasn't his friend. Like run him straight through several buildings. But the point is, Invincible, you should really be now, you know, helping your people. Although while I'm on the topic, I've been recently reminded because I had completely forgot about it. Death Battle doing a bloody battle of, like, granted, people who know a lot more about Ben 10 than me, because they've studied it a lot more than I have. I've already gone through and debunked all this, but they did a deathmatch between Ben 10 and Hal and Green Lantern, and they're like, oh, Hal just needs to cut off his like arm, and you know, like Hal's not limited to one transformation, one like thing why Ben is. I'm sorry, but the clips apparently they were using it because I've not seen the death battle. I don't think. If I have, I've completely forgot about it. From a point of where he is literally immortal. Because apparently the thing that Death Battle don't mention are... How the fuck is Ben going to? Hal Jordan does not react faster than the Big Bang. And even if you want to think he does, the Big Bang basically went off right in front of Ben's face. Ben turned into an alien to resolve that shit. Hal Jordan's not beating him. Now, granted, there are a few people in DC who arguments could be made. There are a few people smart enough, if they realise how the Omnitrix work, like someone like Batman, he's smart enough if he realised how the Omnitrix work, to potentially come up with a device to shut it down. Which then becomes Ben's barely any martial skills, because compared to, you know, Batman's. But that is very unlikely. But yeah, so guys, in other words, Invincible is going to get bought up a lot. Now, it more specifically will get bought up within Friday's episode of Graphlon. It's just when it's just the Invincible just happens to fall on the day that I end up recording. It was the same with Monster Hunter with My Hero. With that coming out. Ooh, 31%. With that, got 100 points on that. That is good. With that base, because, you know, My Hero Season 8 came out Saturday, available to watch UK time 6 to 6 p.m. I then end up recording or streaming depending on the situation, depending on what happened Friday. 3-ish hours later, it was fresh in my mind. Now, Invincible will be slightly different. I would have seen that thing in the morning. And because I was seeing it in the morning, there's a potential chance that come 9 o'clock, half night, I might not be mentioning it. Who knows?
Select your hero.
Now, guys, another reason why I don't ever select my hero in this is just down to the simple fact of you never know who you're going to get at circuit. Okay, don't want me, don't want Jetpack Cat. I'm also going to say Lucio, because he can boop off the map. And we're having a couple people who are going to need her. Oh, let's speed. No! I need to double check blue. I keep forgetting to do it. To what the next rank is. They took N-Run from me. I am playing Vanilla. Unless someone does actually bitch about it and gives me a general reason why I shouldn't.
I am the Empire. Knowledge is its own.
Because, guys, I cannot deal with another person being a bitch. And slightly, I want to say slightly behind the scenes. I was playing Overwatch yesterday. Quick play games. Just doing my dailies, and I had a moira in the game who was like, okay, so this team sucks, and I'm just going to refuse to do anything, and I'm just going to bitch the whole entire time. No, it wasn't quick play. It was comp. I know it was comp because I'm being double rounds, and it was on King's Row. Which, if it's in single player, it's just one round. And the warrior was basically just being like, team, you all suck. And I was sitting there going, you're whinging about us sucking, yet you're not healing. Also, guys, I will let me say now, when it comes to breaking stuff from maps, I have a problem. We could be on there, and my mind more realistic of, well, I need to break. Also, guys, for Saturday's video, if anyone like basically went from Saturday's video yesterday, I was in feeling 100%. I'm fine now. I think it was just a 24-hour stomach bug. If that, I mean, to be fair, what I do think was potentially happened is I basically just ate something that wasn't properly cooked. My fault. Although another hero that gets banned a lot, which I don't really get, is Vendetta. She is cool, but I prefer my Flaming Phoenix. I'm fine. Granted, I don't want to go the full game without getting a kill, which won't happen. But the fact of just going at the full game, no kills, no damage, like no migates, nothing. Like no deaths. It would have just been funny. But yeah, so because guys, when I film Craft will be on a Wednesday, and Invincible coming out Wednesday, there is a very good chance I'm just going to end up mentioning it. Now, I'm trying not to mention spoilers when I talk about things that have basically been out for like 24 hours. But no, apologise in advance. Also, I have no idea, like, I could end up spending 20 minutes talking about Invincible. None of it could end up in the video.
Transporting the payload.
Also, guys, anyone who's not seen the most recent Monster Hunter episode, I thank you, and I'm still so annoying. Like, algorithm-wise, it's annoying. But
This will suffice.
I'm taking it as a case of everyone hates Stratus. Because guys, again, I do not like Stratus, and in Monster Hunter Rise it's an urgent quest. And in the most recent episode of Monster Hunter, yeah, I had to go and take that thing on. And I was looking through the video being like, okay, thumbnail wise, what can I do? None of this is shouting thumbnail to me. Because I take a moment from the episode and basically put that as a thumbnail.
Everyone relax.
So if anyone does say, oh, do you clickbait a lot? No, I really don't. The thumbnails are directly taken from a moment from the game. From the actual video. Because thumbnails is the last thing that I do. Nah, there's potentially a small chance at some point or at some point in the future that I might basically pre-do a thumbnail, do this really cool thing that I'm like really cool about, and it ends up getting cut for time. I have no idea. I can't guarantee it won't, but I try to avoid it. But yeah, so guys, in the most episode of Monster Hunter, the most recent part that I filmed, I say filmed, uploaded. Yeah, we had to fight stupid raptors. Another reason why I also did him for the thumbnail and really said stupid fish was down to the simple reason of he showed off more than once. And I mean more than once. There was the urgent quest we had to go after him, and then like, I think like 2 other quests in the Flooded Forest. He ended up being there. Damn it. Hoping we could go flying. We couldn't. I did pretty decent. Not the best kills a lot, and I'm basically lacking behind our support. I think. I'm lacking behind our support on kills, and I thought Mary would have had more than that. But again, our June was a platinum 4. Guys, I'm almost in gold, which I don't mind being placing games for gold. I think it's kind of fair. But, and here is the but, why platinum? Like, this is happening way too recently.
The wolves of retribution. And people say I'm dramatic.
Don't test my fangs.
You are.
Reyes. You end up bloody.
Yeah, we don't need a chair in the way. No, have fun meeting Reaper. Now that was my plan. My plan was to essentially jump out of the way, which I thought I did. But no, apparently I was wrong.
Now they owe me their life.
Knock 'em off the payload!
But, guys, I don't know what Vendetta's interaction with Sombra is in this game, but I know her interaction with Reaper and Widow is, which I think are interesting. Because with Widow, because all the three of them leaving, Widow turns around and says, I'm not fighting someone else's war. And Vendetta turned around and said, it wouldn't have only been my war I would have gone to war with. For pointing out the fact of that any demons that Widow needed taken care of or wanted out with, Vendetta would have gone with her. Which I think is interesting, but again, I don't disagree with all three of them leaving. Doomfist was smart. He wouldn't willingly, striking out against Overwatch for no apparent reason. He was being smart and clever. Vendetta's like, okay, time for us in the shadows is over. Which again, I get. You see something that you think is your birthright going up in smoke. You're gonna want to essentially pay back on it. But at the same point, I don't disagree with Doomfist, sticking to the shadows. Less likely to be, seen. And more specifically, more easy to get stuff done. If you're in the shadows, if no one knows that you exist, you can get away with doing a lot more. But now since Vendetta's launched the war against Overwatch, they're now watching Talon's every move. Damn it. I mean, it would have been quite from that. I regret my thought now. Went into this being like, okay, so this has been, not going to say the word, but this has been simple. Which I'm probably going to regret saying. I was able to buy enough time for the team to get back, so it's kind of fine. When did I die 2 more times? I swear down I checked 2 seconds ago. Right, 10 deaths now. I'm keeping track of that. But yeah, getting back to it, Benella said she would have basically gone to war with Widow if she stayed around. I wouldn't think she'd want to be a part of anyone else's war, which again, I respect. But Reaper turns around and says he's not going to stick around and wait for her to kill him. Like, he knows it's coming, he's not going to stick and wait for it. Damn it. And so Reaper leaves because he knows Vendetta's going to want revenge and he knows he's coming after her. Not giving it a chance. Now, guys, the only time that I know of, I could be wrong, I don't think I am though, that Reaper's essentially ever been scared, and I'm using the word scared very loosely here, is when Widow mentions to him, does your wife know you're alive? Because Reaper, I think, is still married. I don't know whether she willingly was like, no, he's gone, he's like, because like, no, the fact of keeping tracks on your wife, he's like, I'd be a fool not to. He knows where she is and what she's up to. He can plan for it, he can deal with it. But if suddenly she was then come out of the middle of nowhere, then that's suddenly a case of, if Reaper knows where she is, what she's up to, he can plan for it. If he doesn't, he's no good. Although, interesting, I don't think they ever would. I'd be fine with them basically bringing Reaper's wife into the game and having her as part of Overwatch. I think it'd be funny. Because at the minute, Reaper's essentially the equivalent of, I don't know whether he's equivalent of a high hitman, but he's basically out by himself. And that's him, Sombra, and Widow teamed up, which they've worked together a few times, and they are good together. But the main time they've worked together, Sombra betrayed them. So, highly debatable whether they would. But again, I'd be fine with it. Damn it. Reinhardt, get him point and hold shield. Damn it. No, great. But yeah, again, I'd be interested with Reaper's wife joining Overwatch because, one hand, I don't see him being like really sweet and being like, yeah, but we need to bring talent down. And then start to bring it. So, anyone heard of Gabriel Reyes or, you know, Reaper? No one has? Ah, damn it. If I knew who he was, I'd put a bullet in his skull. And then just start when no one's behind. Make it 500. Although, people that did stay with Vanilla, I question them. Because one that's not been mentioned, who is technically still a member of Talon, is Sigma. Which I question the living hell out of. Because Moira's been experimented on all the talent for years. Apart from maybe Doomfist. She's experimented on Sigma, she's experimented on Reaper. Because Reaper's another one said you call this working. I can't remember the mission. So there is a mission where Reaper's like, you call this, where something along the lines of you think this is working, or like you think I'm fine. I forgot how much fun Vendetta could be. I mean, I picked up in the end. Like, granted I could have been doing a bit better, but I was still doing decent. I was probably only slightly underperforming. Now, I would need 37% to get into Silver 1 tonight. Will I get there? Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful. But I'm definitely liking the progress. Although a pattern I am seeing, I'm in silver from almost everything and almost back in gold. So silver's typically the sweet spot. Now we have 1v1 limited duel back up. Basically, guys, 1v1 limited duels. Not my favourite arcade game mode, because I probably stole this elimination. But it's just that nice one. Oh, it's this ma. May, Jetpack Cat. As long as no one else votes for Anran, hopefully we'll be Simon. Because it should be Zarya, Jetpack Cat, and May. Okay, I'll take that. Much better. Guaranteed gold player with me on our team. Never mind, there's 3 of them. Well, it's been a while since I've seen Mandela get banned. Granted, not complaining. I want to see who everyone else goes because we might not need a second DPS. Or Tang.
I'll find my own path.
Follow my lead.
I'm not healing this many of DPS. Thank God. Guys, there is a limit to how many DPS I will heal. I'm not only healing a low DPS, especially as a case of Kiriko is a multitasker and a great support because she can do so many things. Oh yeah, just give them points. Personally, I'll get rid of the Tracer. That's all for a time.
Time to try again.
Like guys, healing almost 5 DPS players at that point. If someone wasn't Vendetta, not Vendetta, thingy, and run, I would have. Junkrat also worked. For a completely different reason though. As a get on point and just let them kill you sort of situation. See, Junkrat's the case of you want everyone dealt with in a fun way.
Let the dragon consume you. That warms the ball.
I've seen more cooperation from a barnyard. I mean, I'd argue Vendella's more useful than Venture.
Well, that wasn't called for. We need to move.
I would say, please do not tell me one of our DPS players to turn around and say, well, we need another tank.
Emre reporting.
I vote for the person who kept on switching. I don't know how I went Russian then. I have no idea.
Ash here. Stop playing around and get him off the point.
See, that's one side, which is handy. Oh, it's stressful. So it is stressful. The healing at points. How is it? I did better when I felt more stressful because of platinum people being in the game. Like, honestly, explain that logic to me. Like, explain how being in a game with platinum players, who are 2 ranks higher than me, and a lot more skilled than me, is as stressful than being in games with gold, where I spent, you know, the last 2 seasons. So, we can still come back from this. I question the logic of it though. Because I have been in games where people have come back from beating like 2-0.
I'm popping off.
Like, I have. Which isn't fun. Granted, they were quick play, so... Because guys, in quick play, I'm not supposed to win or lose. It's quick play. At that point, I'm fine with it.
I could use a heal.
No button. Like, you try and get the team to, you know, work together. But no, apparently they'd rather like their own asses.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
I mean, so do we.
I'm on the objective.
Okay, so both teams do. So both teams just suck.
We're outnumbered.
Also, kind of pointing to the enemy wrecking ball, it seems.
That's what I like.
At least your team will willingly work with you. Also, guys, I'm saying this in the case of that I'd like to play DPS more often. You don't get always get the chance. I have to willingly make it work in Marvel Rivals. But why does everyone love playing DPS? No. According to other people, support's the easiest role to do, which I very much do think is DPS. You click and shoot, or you click and attack. Compared to support, where you're trying to be strategic, where like who you're trying to heal. Does not activate his ult and then die. I'm gonna say it, moron. if we get points from this, I'd be very much surprised. I was not surprised Lucy was in like 6,000
I
healing.
don't give up that easily.
Like, I was hoping to go and have 3 games of victories, back-to-back wins.
Flashpoint garden.
Hey, next point.
See, it's even funny it got guys. Personally to me, when someone decides to be like, okay, so the team's being a moron, how can we call them out? Oh, I know. And ask to everyone that they're being an idiot.
In 10 seconds.
What's up? Feels good, huh?
Check. Affirmative.
They tend to start being like, oh, maybe. I mean, they have a Lucy, which is a decent-ish support. Actually, like that same, Lucy is a good support.
Arriva la punizione!
Dragon consume you!
Now, see, in these situations, I prefer it the other way being. Because, guys,
That wasn't
when you've got 2 wins and you only need 1 more, or when you only need 1 more win, it's so much less stressful than thinking, oh, I need to get this win, because if I don't, they win.
Get out of my way or I'll run you over.
I need some help.
I hate Farris. I do. Well, GG. Hanzo could have jumped on point. So, fuck you, Hanzo.
Play of the game.
Ah, yeah, so I had to who let their support die. Go play the game. Yes, I'm being salty about it. Okay, overall, good. 40%. Annoyance. And something I am going to quickly talk about, when so I actually do stream from the hour, is comp info. Guys, currently in silver. I should be in gold by the end of the season. But why is it people in platinum I'm perfectly fine with? But when it was someone who was like a couple ranks, I say a couple ranks, who was in the next rank higher than me, nah, team's absolutely dog shit then. Although I will say, I do overall like how the divisions are split up. Personally, the change I'd make. Bronze, silver, gold. I'd have them as one rank and I'd have it be the starting ranks. Like, I wouldn't actually label them as this, it'd just be a case of these ranks are sort of there. I'd have platinum, diamond, or even if you want to chuck platinum into that, perfectly fine, and have diamond, and I want to say masters. I'd have top 500 by themselves. I'd put grandmaster and masters together because I don't know how much of a difference or how much of a skill there is, but I think it'd probably be fine. Within the same bracket like I laid out here. And then top 500 would be top 500. Which will be something I never get into because, again, I'm not that skilled. No, I'm good at this game. Just not that good. There, guys, thanks for... Hold on. I just need to double check. I did do 3 games. I did. But yeah, guys, in 3 weeks, this does end. Now, quickly gonna say, I don't know whether last week's Marvel Rivals was the end of last season. I think it was now, mainly because I have seen things for season 7, and I will mention them in next Marvel Rivals stream, which Friday or Saturday, no idea when. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is Tiger signing off, and hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.